Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. I've got a battle today on the Siegfried line map, and it's Bluedog from Fiddy Clan. Bluedog joined Fiddy recently, so welcome to the clan. And he's on a mission, and the mission is Heavy Tank 15 for the HT-15.3, the third level of personal campaign missions. So let's have a quick look at the conditions. So he needs to do a combination of 12,000 hit points of causing damage, receiving damage, and blocking. So receiving means damage done to you, cause means damage you do directly to tanks, and blocking, of course, for damage that gets blocked by your armor. Honours is to be causing 25% of the total amount of damage caused by your team and win the battle. So fairly high level of damage you need to do there. And unfortunately that didn't get blocked, it just went into his tracks, so it didn't cause him any damage, but also didn't improve his target. But now he's got the side of ONE, blocks 700 and does damage of 315, so you can see the damage counter. I know he's blocked some damage to the lever, so his damage counter at the top, 1335, is the combination of the damage done and the damage is blocked. Unfortunately, it doesn't, must have gone through the lower part of the tracks of that Leo, but now he's doing damage to this lever, and there's the ONE come out. Now the KV-5 is a good vehicle for this. You need a combination of armor and hit points of your own that you can sacrifice to some extent, as well as a reasonable gun. And he is top tier in this game, so tier 8 to tier 7 game, so he shouldn't have any problem using standard rounds, but it does have a premium round if he needs it. Now, puts a nice shot into the T-44, and he's just blocked a staggering amount of damage in a very short amount of time, thanks to the lever and the ONE, Centurion and the Leo all combining almost at the same time. He's starting to take some damage from an AT-7, so it just turns around to face that. But again, this damage he's taking all counts to his total, so you can see he's up to 6,000, so he's almost just over halfway to his target. And yeah, but the other thing you need to try and achieve this sort of mission is to not have to share the damage and incoming rounds with your team. So you can see here he's holding a position and he's not surrounded by his own team. Otherwise they'd be taken away from his damage total, and they'd be taking some of the damage that he could block as well. So it's just one of those balancing opportunities that you've got to find, the sort of the positioning to be the singular tank on your side who can take all that damage and give it out, as well as the characteristics of your own tank, but also to not have to share. So you can see he's 3/4 of the way almost, in fact just over 3/4 of the way, 8.2k out of 12 that he needs to do. And that Leo keeps gifting him with damage. Pity the Leo player, to be honest. But one of the other things about tanks that are doing you blocking but not causing you damage are ones you want to encourage to keep shooting at you. The more blank rounds they can shoot at you effectively, the better. Unfortunately, if they turn to HE, although HE has been changed a little bit, they may do small amounts of damage and therefore not contribute to your target greatly. So you do want to encourage them to do damage to you, but the ones that are doing damage to you, they're the ones you want to kill. So that 45 TP being an example, he keeps getting his side shown to the 45 TP to get access to him. And that means that he's taking damage. Now, again, it's still counting at this point, but he doesn't want to obviously lose all his damage, otherwise all his own hit points. Otherwise, he may not survive long enough to get to his target. So he's closing in. Again, we're still in the first 5 minutes of the game, and he's already nearly to his target. So he'd be starting to feel a bit antsy by now. 45 TP he should not consider as his biggest problem. He wants to make sure that the other tanks that are coming around are his targets, and See this KV-3 there, and that Leo just popped out again and helped him a little bit more, so thank you. And here's the Oni, and the Oni's just giving him another gift of 700 hit points. So Oni's another tank you'd want to keep around. So 10.6k now, just another 2 or 1.5k really to get to his target, and keeps going down. So T44 bounces and another 250 hit points worth of damage off him. So really doing well here. Now partly the KV-5, why is this a good tank for doing this mission? Well, a lot of people don't really know the strengths and weaknesses of this tank. The main weakness in terms of armour is the radio operator's turrets at the front. So for that Leo, for example, if he'd focused on doing damage to the radio operator, you see the radio operator is a damaged crew member in his tank, so he hasn't bothered to use his med kit to repair. Then he would be pinning him basically. So it's useful to have a tank that people aren't really that familiar with to play in that respect, I guess is what the point is. So can he do some damage to this 45 TP? In fact, he takes damage, does damage, and he's achieved his target. So that's got him to his 12k total, and you can see the Oni's reverted to using HE and did a little bit of damage. So he's down now to 425. Now this is the dangerous part of the match for Bluedog. He still wants his team to win if he's got a chance of getting honours, and he wants to do 25% of the total damage if he can. Now that's, getting honours is icing on the cake really. If you can get it, that's great. If not, completing the mission is the critical thing. So what can you do otherwise? You still want to win the game anyway though, to basically get the rest of the rewards of playing, being the credits you can earn and the experience you can earn for your crew. So teams on a slight edge, they've got a lead in hit points there, 1 tank up. Still a fair bit of time left to go in the game. On the other side we can see there's Arkids from Fitty Clan and the T-432, and he's already got 2 kills, so he's probably out there causing havoc. Interested to see how it turns out at the end of the match. Now, let's get this 45 TP, but he's just exposed himself greatly, and that has taken its toll. It's taken him down to 18 hit points, so I think he's saying, alright, I've got to stop poking here. We'll kill some of these tanks when we can, but I'm not going to take more risks. So you can see he's blocked now 8.6k of hit points. That's a lot of wasted ammunition from the other team. Not that that really matters in the scheme of things, but just indicates that that's damage not taken by his team members. So being a bit of a damage soak there. And how we can afford to sit and wait and basically wait for the enemy to try and push and make mistakes. So Leo's coming up, he's going to get a shot on him. Just has a sliver of a shot. Unfortunately that looked like it hit the ground, and there's the annoying part. It always happens that you've got full view of an enemy while you're reloading, and by the time you finish reloading he's disappeared. That's probably one of the most annoying aspects of the game. And alright, just continuing to do some more damage here, so he's up to 3.4k, which is pretty handy, and certainly puts him in the running for the getting to his damage total. Again, this is a tier 8 to tier 7 game, so there's a reasonable number of hit points in the game, but 3.5k of damage is pretty handy. But his team's starting to clean up. I mean, they've only got 1 tank in advantage, but they're really in a strong position now. They've got hit points to play with, and the enemy's got a lot of low hit point tanks, and you can see they're starting to melt. So that lever is a one-shot to someone. It doesn't look like Bluedog can get the line on that. He doesn't want to come around the corner because he knows he'll get blatted. In fact, the lever goes down to the T29, which is Buffy from 1AR clan. Shout out to 1AR. And now they've got a 4 tank advantage, so this game is really wrapping up fairly quickly now. Now 5 tank advantage, so definitely a win. The question is, will Bluedog get the chance to do any more damage? So I think everyone's interested in cutting the game short. They want to cap the game, and everyone else is out in the field, and I don't think they want to go up against 2 light tanks and a tank destroyer and throw the game away. So this group of tanks heading towards the cap, one of them being Bluedog, and I think he'd be happy with that. As you can see, he's taking a very out of the way line to make sure he doesn't get lit or shot at with his handsome number of hit points that he's got left, and heading towards the cap area. In fact, there's that HT-15.3 who's just taken out the Scorpion. So Ark is working his magic out there. We'll have a look in the end results to see how well he did. But I'd imagine if he's here at this stage of the game that he's doing pretty well. And there he's just putting damage into the T-29. So, but this video is not about Arkiz, this is about Bluedog, and it's Bluedog's day. He's certainly achieved his main part of his mission. He's going to get the win for certain, and we just have to wait and see whether he gets the honours for the rest of the completion requirements. But nonetheless, this is Heavy Tank 15 for the T-55A. So a couple of seconds to go. Alright. No, someone's just stepped off the cap. And that's it. Base captured. Game 1. Arkiz gets another kill. He's having a good day too. So yes, no, it doesn't look like he's done the damage total for the honours, but let's go and have a look at the detail. Alright, so apart from getting the mission completion, he got the Ace Tanker Mastery Badge. He missed out on the high caliber award, so yeah, so he didn't get honours for that. But he did get the steel wall, obviously, for blocking. And you can see 8.8k of blocking damage. He got the Confederate Medal for damaging tanks killed by his team, and the Spartan Award, which is for surviving a ricochet when you've got less than 10% of your hit points, and yeah, a few of the minor medals there. In terms of the team performance, he topped out on base experience with 1293. It got him his Ace Tanker, so nice game there. Buffy in the T-29 got 1148 and did nearly 2.5k, so, and got 4 kills as well, so good clean up at the end there. The other T-29 got 2k as well, so good contribution there from his team. And on the other side, Arkiz did finish on top with damage for across the whole team. Just pipped Bluedog with 3580 and got 710 base experience, so more than likely he got an Ace Tanker badge out of that as well. So good game, Arkiz. Now back to Bluedog's details. 25 shots fired, 20 hit, 12 of those penetrated, got him his damage total. Did fire a bit of premium ammunition, so all in all it's cost him money, but there was mainly the premium consumables. Obviously didn't have any spares, so he's paying full back for those and therefore lost 20k, but I think he'd be happy with the result. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing. We'll have more great content like this through the week, and thanks for watching.